Look, jack. Mangrove jack. See it?
Oh, yeah.
Little mangrove jack. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. Where is he? This big artifice. There he is. Look at him. Oh, that's a catfish, that one.
That's yeah.
That's a catfish.
What about that one there?
That's a mangrove jack. See down there? I don't know if you can see it on the camera. There's a big mullet there too.
We should get breakfast there. Hey guys, I'm getting breakfast.
I don't know.
Oh, thank you.
Whoa. That's so hot.
Yeah, I know.
That looks good, hot.
Yeah.
Breakfast. What's your one?
Ricky the champ. Oh my god, the same thing.
Bacon, egg, cheese roll. What's it like?
Ooh.
Good?
Two boats. I'm excited.
That's good. I'm just checking out this. We're getting married. Alright guys, today we're heading out on Wavelength. They've invited us along for a trip. So big shout out to Wavelength. We'll leave all their details down in the description if you guys want to check them out. We're just about to jump on the boat, so we'll go meet the crew, do all of that. We don't really know what they got stored for us. Maybe some coral planting, bit of snorkeling, not too sure. You excited?
So excited. It's like a full day, so hopefully the weather turns up a bit better. We're very excited. I've never done this before.
Super excited. So we're gonna get on the boat and then we'll introduce you guys to the crew.
Woohoo!
Look at this one, man. Oh, that's such a nice boat. Which one do you reckon's the best one? That one, or this one? I'd love to have a boat like that.
The what?
Or a boat like that.
Yeah.
Or a boat
Well,
like
that one's
that.
got the high point.
Yeah, that's got a tower on it. That little like luxury yacht thing's cool though. I'd love to see the inside of that thing.
Oh my god, it looks so nice.
So much money for one of these boats. The dream boat, guys. Right there. Such a nice boat. Look at this boat, boys.
So nice.
Look at the tower on it. Dream boat. One day. If the YouTube ever gets huge, that's what we're buying. Hammer. Buying one of those. She said yes. So Wavelength invited us along because Dad found a camera up the Cape last year. It belonged to Wavelength. One of the marine biologists lost it. So we're gonna get the story behind that when we get on and meet the crew. Hopefully find out who lost the camera, the mystery of the lost camera. We returned that and they offered us a free reef trip. So we took it and yeah, here we are. So the weather's pretty overcast, but it's only 4 knots. So it should be pretty good for us out at the reef today. Hopefully you can see a bit of wildlife. What do you want to see?
Pufferfish. No, I want to see some sharks, but I had a really bad dream last night about a shark attack, so...
Emma wants to see a pufferfish. Hopefully we see a few turtles and that. They might show us some coral planting and some behind the scenes stuff. So once we get on the boat and introduce you to the crew, yeah, we don't really know what the plan is. Bit of snorkeling, we don't know. See what they have in store for us, but it'll be a good day. This is the boat we're going on here, Wavelength. We're a little bit early. Emma's too excited. So this is where we are, Port Douglas. Going all the way out to Opal Reef.
Morning.
Morning.
How do you do? Where's your booking surname?
Adam, please.
Adam and Emma?
Yeah, that's us.
Alright, today. Alright. Thanks a lot.
Tap.
Back here. Alright, so when did you shoot?
Oh, I should...
Good morning.
Morning.
Good, nice to meet you. And when did you see the lucky?
Morning.
Hey mate.
Could you grab your shoe size?
10
Size 10, yeah?
and 9 in these maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll give those a go then.
Yeah, we do that.
Yeah.
Sweet, thanks mate.
Oh yeah? Can you grab your shoe size?
I'm a women's nom.
I think I might even... Oh yeah.
They fit?
41.
I think
It might
just
be a
for...
41. They're okay. I'll try it.
Alright, I'll do it.
time. I look good in yellow flippers for sure.
First things first, good morning. Welcome aboard Wavelength 6.
We need to get you organised. We do that using muster stations. There's two on board. Both are on the same deck level as we are right now. The first one you're talking about.
Just give us a look, Emma. Give us...
Outfit of the day.
What do you want to see, Emma? Half of it. You ready, Emma?
Yeah.
Ready to go for a snorkel?
Yeah. Wait.
We'll see you in the water. We're going to go over to where Jono lost the camera that my dad found. So he said it was only just over here, so we're going to go check it out. Having fun?
Yeah. Look at them. I think parrotfish.
Yeah.
Is that what's nibbling on the coral?
Yeah, there's a parrotfish nibbling on the coral.
And lots of like cousins of Nemo. They look like Nemo, but they're not Nemo. It's like other clownfish. I think there's lots of clownfish species.
It's actually pretty choppy now to watch.
Oh my god. Thank God for the noodles.
The wind's killer, it's like blowing us back to the boat, so it's gonna float around.
Yeah. Comment down below what you guys see.
Oh, we're heading to the next spot now. That was where Jono lost the camera that Dad found. It was pretty choppy, the swell was pretty bad, so we're going somewhere that's a bit more secluded. And hopefully it's not as rough, but still pretty deep. Got to see a couple of cool fish. What do you see, Emma?
Puppies.
And we got to see a couple of pufferfish.
I think a couple of parrotfish as well.
Yeah, there's a few parrotfish. We're gonna jump into this next spot and we'll show you guys what we find. We're just about to jump in. We're gonna go look for some fish. Try to find a trout or something. We'll take you guys along. What's the visibility like? Good? Keen.
guys want any soft drinks to go with it?
No, I got a Powerade, I'm good.
Are they all the same?
Yeah.
Cool, easy. What fishes did you see?
The radial structures in the center of that.
Very sharp.
Swift in the middle there.
We are heading to location 3.
Alright, ready?
There you go, jump in.
Can't make the bubbles with the stick of my mouth.
There's the wiggling boat.
There won't be any more here.
Yeah.
You ready to get back?
Yeah.
Alright.
Wait, do smile?
You like dolphins?
Yeah, looks so good.
that's how far that camera's travelled. 600 and how many k's did it say it was?
It was 686 kilometers as the bird flies.
Yeah, but in reality, it probably would have bent out and around, and
Yeah, it
who
would.
knows?
Look at that's. So 1, 2,
Pretty
3,
crazy to
4,
think.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It's got to be over
Yeah.
500 reefs, 600, 700.
And it would've just-
It'd be 1,000 reefs
It
that
would
it had
have
to
just bounced
get.
between them.
So the Sanzac Day 2020, put in this coral colony, did a before and after shot. As you can see here, we've nailed the clip into the substrate, a place where coral doesn't really grow that well. Had to brush back the algae, put in the fragment, and that coral clip creates enough downward pressure for it to get purchased.
That's how it works.
And that is 1 year later. Almost ready to go back and do the next year shot, in April, on the 25th. And it should be triple the size again.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, the species called Liriapes. It's a beautiful blue purple coral that is locally grown, or grows locally in the area.
Yeah, that's the coral clip that they use he's just seen in the video.
Yeah, so this coral clip is changing the world. You notice that it's already started to rust away. It's designed with low-grade steel, low-grade stainless. In 2.5-3 years, it will completely disintegrate.
And that's never been used before, this one?
Yeah, so
Or
you
is
see
it-
it's already rusting.
Yeah.
It's just been sitting on the boat.
Sitting on the boat, yeah.
Now, usually, well, before now, in the decades past, to plant coral, you'd get a fragment, you'd glue it to a disc and stick that disc with putty or cement
Yeah.
onto the reef. You'd have 30% chance of that fragment surviving, depending on the area which you were planting. Now, if that fragment dies, then you've left pollution in the ocean, which is not ideal. So, John Edmondson, he designed this clip. He's the owner of Wavelength Reef Cruises, and he patented to this company. We had 6 generations of engineering and design. We get these fabricated in Brisbane. So we drive this down with an ordinary builder's hammer. The spring creates enough flex with the hip to get a fragment, which is usually about the size of your finger. You slide it under after you've put it in, and it pushes it down on the reef. Now, corals excrete calcium carbonate a lot faster than we give them credit. Within 5 or 6 weeks, the coral colony or the fragment of opportunity will actually start latching onto the wire or the stainless part of this coral clip, which is groundbreaking. Literally, this little invention is changing the world in coral restoration.
It doesn't reject the metal at all, it just builds around it.
Nope.
Yeah,
Nope.
right.
And you can physically see it starting to grow round in about
Yeah,
5 or
okay.
6 weeks, which is awesome. Now, we kept this pretty dark. There's many restoration projects around the world. We don't like to use the word restoration. Luckily, on Opal Reef, we have still a good percentage of coral stock, well over 50% in the area. So we don't take corals back to land and put them in tanks, then bring them back and plant them on the reef. All fragments are sourced from location, grown on location, and planted back. We can save little pieces, put them on nurseries, grow them, sample what we need, and use them to plant areas which aren't recruiting corals that well. It's a nifty little adventure.
Yeah, that's a cool adventure.
It's so small. And
So what are the other ones we've seen? The actual...
The platforms?
Yeah, platforms, yeah.
So we use aluminium mesh grates
Yep.
to grow our corals by elevating them up in the water column. So this is some of the nurseries. So pretty much after a storm, the reefs get annihilated. They get smashed to pieces, and for a few weeks after a storm or a massive event, a cyclone, those little pieces are still alive. For decades, scuba divers and snorkelers, we'd watch these fragments die. Surely people would push them in and try and save a few, but there was never really a program to save coral fragments and to save coral, the broken up coral. Now, with this program and the permissions and permits from the government, we can pick these little pieces up after a weather event, put them on our nurseries, grow them, and break up what we grow to spread that out onto the reef as we find them.
So where can people go to find all? Do you guys have all this on your Instagram and all that sort of stuff?
We have this on our Instagram, Wavelength Reef Cruises, but the program is in partnership with the University of Technology Sydney under the Coral Nurture program, and they have their own handle on Insta and their own website as well. You can find them under that.
Yeah, we'll put those in the description and stuff.
So we have 72 of these nurseries scattered around the reef. They're working nurseries. The corals that you see here, these ones have already been outplanted, so these have already been broken up and planted back on the reef.
So you guys just break some coral and then put it on there, or you find coral that's already broken and put it on there? Just pretty much grafting it onto...
Yeah, so we're attaching it solid. You can see the couple of zip ties here have been used. There's zip ties that get removed after. No plastic gets put in the ocean. Now, what's really cool about this is they are designed to be cheap. This is a response system. This isn't some fancy, I'm going to spend $25,000 on a work of art and grow coral on it. This is a practical solution for business to be able to be responsive and have a response to natural events.
It's probably the best way too. It works the best, easiest,
I think
cheapest,
this is the best way in the world. Best way to plant corals on the hard substrate. Planting in rubble, quite different. It's a different beast.
So it's elevated, so it can't. What's that? What's the elevation?
So corals grow better when they have maximum water flow.
Yeah, okay.
When they're down near the sand or even on the substrate, they slow down a bit. Yeah. We can actually slow this coral down, the growth rates, by dropping it a bit deeper. Okay. It's a little bit less light. And a lot of people don't understand, or maybe even realize, that some corals grow faster than what you think. Yeah. This blue stag, we can see 5 to 20 centimeters in a year. We have to really reduce the speed on that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So why do you reduce the speed of them then? Just so everything grows evenly, or
manpower?
Just manpower.
Ideally, we would have everyone planting coral every day, but we are a business and we need to run the business. So leading up to the hot months, we don't plant. Now that it's starting to cool down, it's planting season for us. Seeing it on YouTube or social media is so awesome. Yeah. Getting people out here and wanting them to come see it for themselves, throw a line in when they can, in the right zones, visit the green zones where they can swim and explore. Great Barrier Reef is for everybody. It doesn't matter who or where you are. It's a World Heritage listed area. You guys know about World Heritage? World Heritage means that it's universally important. Not only people that live and belong to Australia, not only people that are alive right now. A World Heritage listed site is important to everyone, whether you're in Japan or whether you're in Europe. These places are for everyone. Whether you've lived before, you live now, or you're yet to be born in the future. Universally important. So having these areas
something that should live on forever.
Yeah, live on forever. So
It's a very important ecosystem, the Great Barrier Reef.
the Great Barrier Reef makes up 15% of the world's coral reefs. 15% of all the coral reefs are
right there.
I think it's at about 8%. Don't quote me on that. Yeah. But what's important to understand, a lot of people don't realize that 70% of the Earth is covered in ocean, right? That's a pretty common thing. 1% of the ocean is made up of coral reefs. Only 1%. However, 25% of all marine life is squashed into that 1%. So it's crucial.
Show us your match, Emma. Can you show that?
Thank you for traveling with us.
Thanks, Don. Thanks for having us.
Cheers,
Thanks
man.
for doing
We'll
that.
see you around, hey?
Yeah, you too.
Nice to meet you finally.
Thank you.
Follow up.
Thank you so much.
Catch you guys. Thanks for having us. That's alright. We'll find it again if you lose it.
It was really good because they took us to one big reef, but 3 different sections. And I overheard this lady talking about how her sister went on a reef tour boat, like similar to what we went on, and they only took them to one spot, one reef for like literally half an hour, and then must have been come back. But then I don't know what they did for the whole day then, because most of them you go from 8 and come back 4. And like, yeah, it takes like an hour and a half to get there, swim around, blah blah blah, maybe do some talking, stuff like that. But nah, Wavelength was honestly really good. They like took us to the spots, educated us, you know, took us on these little tours in the water as well, and spoke and shown things, and very informative, all of them. And
super informative, super educational. By far the best reef boat we've been on.
Like, and I think, I'm not sure what the prices are for the other ones, but Wavelength you may pay a bit more, but for more smaller group of people. And I think that's where that's sort of nice, where you get to sort of speak a bit more one-on-one to the crew.
Super friendly staff.
Like,
Good vibe, good atmosphere.
all of them like actually, you know, look like they love their job.
They actually
you know?
take you to see something decent.
Yeah.
You get to see a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah, I think it was good.
Got to see coral trout, got to see barramundi cod.